the menace. Menace is sobriety.
What is the connection between suicide and drinking and drugs and stuff like that? Because it must be fucking huge.
Yeah, no, it is. It's massive. There was, I don't think you hear much of it now, but when I wrote Alcohol Explained, there was a big debate about, you know, if you look at a population of people who are alcohol dependent, for example, they have much higher suicide rates and mental health issues. So the question was, is it the alcohol that's causing that mental health issue and the high suicide rates, or is it the other way around? Is it people with mental health issues gravitate towards drinking? And I think the answer is both, because if you've got an issue, a sedative is going to take the edge off it. You know, a massive umbrella term for issue, your mental health issue, trauma, whatever it might be. If you don't feel right, taking a sedative is going to make you feel a bit better. Okay, what's the most widely available sedative out there?
And acceptable.
Yeah, exactly. Easy to get, you know, as much as you can steal or afford, it's yours. You don't have to get a prescription or anything for it. But equally, because of the way it affects, we touched on how it affects your anxiety levels, right? The other thing it does is because it causes that imbalance, it absolutely destroys your sleep. Okay, so just to go into this in a bit of detail, because it is really important. Sleep, humans sleep in different stages, right? One of these stages is REM sleep. Okay, REM sleep is a really weird sleep stage. When they've monitored people in REM sleep, their brain lights up almost as if they're fully awake. So they're asleep, but their brain's going absolutely nuts.
Is this early on when you fall asleep, or is it?
I'm not sure exactly. You go through cycles, so you go through. But
REM sleep, is that when you're in deep sleep? Basically?
No. It's the opposite. So if you think you've got deep sleep, where you're very deeply unconscious, and you've got REM sleep, where you're almost awake, your brain's light up.
Right.
Brain lights up almost as if you're fully awake. It's when you dream.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
So we don't understand much about it, but what we do know it's crucial. Now, they've done tests on rats where they've starved them of REM sleep, and they've been dead within a few weeks.
Wow.
They've done human studies, but people become very depressed, very disorientated without this crucial REM sleep, right? If you're not drinking, you usually go through 6 or 7 rounds of REM sleep. If you are drinking, you go through 2 normally. I heard another statistic the other day. If you're not drinking, you get 2.5 hours of REM sleep on average. If you have, I think it was 2 drinks, it goes down to an hour and a half. 4 drinks, it goes down to 30 minutes. 6 drinks or more, you're left less than 30 seconds of REM sleep. So you're starving yourself. So do that for 10 years.
Wow.
You can imagine the effect it's having on your mental health if people can't even go through these trials for a week being starved of REM sleep.
Wow. That's insane,
isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's also why people wake up tired when they're drinking. You know, can be in bed for 12 hours, you're still exhausted when you get up because you're not getting the sleep cycles you need.
It's very difficult to educate people on this because I personally wouldn't wanted to have listened to any of this, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you'd started talking to me about this like 2 years ago, I would have been like, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
But it's now that I'm just sort of working on my well-being, trying to sort my head out, that I'm open to it. But I think that this is crucial information. I mean, when I was at school, when I left school, when I was at school, I can't remember being... I mean, I was told alcohol was bad because we weren't allowed to drink it till we was 18.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to buy it till we're 18, which makes you think, I've got to get some of that. And my whole childhood revolved around trying to get alcohol for the weekend, getting drunk, going to the park with all your mates, seeing who could drink the most, and getting pissed. And then later on going to parties, house parties, getting drunk, and then coming of age when you're... 18, 17, 18, 19, going to pubs, and then that was it, pubs and clubs for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And then home, social drinking. At no point was I told at any point by anyone that how it would affect my mental health.
It's interesting because the information is there, but people aren't, that, like you say, they don't want to hear it. And especially in this day and age where so much of what's in front of your face is how many other people like and share it. And if people look at this and think, I don't want to know that.
No, yeah.
It doesn't get liked and shared and people don't hear about it.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm just gonna have a look at a couple of other questions that I wrote down for you. But yeah, just on that, I think it's crazy if you think about it, because I knew that I shouldn't inject heroin. And I knew that sniffing cocaine could become quite Moorish. Do you know what I mean? But at no point did I think that drinking at the weekends was going to affect me in such a bad way.
Menace is sobriety. Just a menace. Just